I always felt being the middle child made me kinda sneaky.
I heard eldest kids often feel pressure to be in charge, while youngest ones might be more carefree.
As the youngest, I kind of had to fight for my voice sometimes. My siblings were already set in their routines, so I had to be creative to get noticed.
You are going to listen to a woman, Emma, talking to a psychologist about how family position affects personality.
Hi there. I've been thinking about how our position in the family might influence our personality. I'm the oldest child and I've noticed some patterns in my behavior that I think might be related to that. Can you help me understand this better?
Of course. Birth order can indeed play a role in shaping personality traits. As the oldest child, you may have experienced a different set of expectations and responsibilities compared to your siblings. Typically, firstborns tend to be more responsible, achievement-oriented, and often take on leadership roles. They might feel a sense of responsibility for their younger siblings.
That makes a lot of sense. I've always felt this need to take charge and be responsible, not just for myself but also for my siblings. Do you think these characteristics are common among firstborns?
Firstborns often develop a strong desire to succeed and may be more conscientious. They are used to being the center of attention before their siblings arrive, and this can influence their need for approval and validation. Now, regarding your observation about your own behavior, what specific patterns have you noticed?
Well, I tend to be quite self-confident, and I do enjoy taking on leadership roles. But sometimes I've been told I can be a bit bossy. Does that fit the firstborn profile?
Yes, it does. Firstborns often exhibit leadership qualities and may find themselves in charge. However, the bossiness might stem from a sense of responsibility and a desire to ensure things are done correctly. It's essential to balance leadership with effective communication and collaboration.
That's a good point. Now, what about middle children? I have a sibling who falls into that category, and he seems quite competitive and independent. Is that typical?
Absolutely. Middleborns often develop a competitive nature, as they may feel caught between the achievements of the older sibling and the attention given to the youngest. This can foster a drive for independence and a desire to stand out. They might strive to carve their own identity and achievements to receive recognition.
That makes a lot of sense. It's interesting how these family dynamics play out. Now, what about the youngest child? My youngest sibling seems very affectionate and at times a bit relaxed or lazy. Does birth order play a role in these traits too?
Yes, it does. Youngest children often enjoy the privileges of being the baby of the family. They might receive more indulgence and attention, fostering a relaxed and affectionate nature. However, the perception of laziness could be related to having fewer responsibilities compared to their older siblings.
That's fascinating. Finally, I have a friend who is an only child, and they're often described as a bit selfish. Is that a common trait among only children?
It's a stereotype, and not every only child exhibits selfishness. However, only children do tend to be more accustomed to receiving undivided attention from their parents. This can lead to independence and self-sufficiency, but if not balanced with healthy social interactions, it might be misconstrued as selfishness.
Thank you for shedding light on these dynamics. It's intriguing to see how our birth order can shape various aspects of our personalities.
You're welcome. Birth order is just one factor among many that contribute to our individuality. If you have more questions or want to explore further, feel free to share your thoughts.